Hi there. In this Purple Mash tutorial, we're going to be having a look at the screen that the children will see when they first log into Purple Mash. So this is Joe Bloggs, is Key Stage 2 and is in Year 5, Class 4. So Joe has just logged on, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at some of the screens, some of the features and some of the icons that they're going to see on the screen. So if we start off right at the top, this icon here will be present for most of the screens that you're in, and all that does is you back to Purple Mash Home for the student, and this is the home page that Joe Bloggs will see every time he presses this button. So if he wants to get back to the beginning and choose another option, this is what he's going to press. This icon here is the to-dos. So this means if the teacher has set a task for the class to do or for the pupil to do, they'll click on the to-dos and it will give them a list of the things that have been set. It says who's set the task for you and how long you've got to do the task. So this one has got quite a long time left to do it. Sometimes the tasks are finished, but the children might like to do a little bit more at home. This one can be done anytime. This is probably a practice, and this one has got a couple of weeks left to run. So the children can go into these projects, and the great thing is the saving is really simple. If we look at this task, let's go down to the football game. So this is some coding work. We're not going to go into the coding in any detail in this session, but let's just say that the child's loaded up the page, they've done some work, they've done a bit of coding, they've completed the task, and the lesson is about to finish. It's a really quick way of saving if it's a to-do. So they go into this icon that we call the hamburger. So if any of the children forget where to save, we just say go to the hamburger button, they press the hamburger button, and here when they save, rather than having to direct them towards folders or come up with any complicated file names, they press save. Because it's been set as a to-do, straight away your work has been saved. We can just cross. It's really easy to finish off the lesson. We can tell them to go to the big red arrow. The big red arrow again will exit, and that'll bring us back to the to-dos page. And if it's the end of the lesson, they can just log out straight away, ready for the next user to come on. We're going to go back to Joe's homepage, and we're going to have a look at some of the other icons. This one here is the work icon. So if we have a look in here, we'll see any tasks that Joe might have started to do. This is a new user, so at the moment he hasn't got anything in his folder, but normally we'll be able to click on the tabs. There might be some subfolders in there for different subjects, but all Joe's work for the year will appear in here. So this is his work. He can carry on with a project that he started, and it's just a brilliant alternative to having to go try and find a folder on a computer. It's just here in Purple Mash. Back to the home page, we can have a look at this icon here. This one we use if children are sharing the work to any display boards that we have or anything like that, so the teacher can get everybody's work together for a display. And this one here will there'll be a number appearing next to it if they've got some messages from the teacher, or they might have some tasks. So this one here, we've got yesterday, a new task. Can you paint a picture? Can you make a creative picture for the lesson? And you could go straight to it. So this is great for if children are at home working and you wanted to alert them to something like that. Across here, we've got the name of the child, the school. We've got the purple log out button that'll log them straight out. And here is their avatar. So most of the children will have completed an avatar if they're year 1 to 6, something fun for them to do when they first start, and they can play around with this at home. So this is where they get to choose what their character looks like, just a bit of fun to start off with. At the top, Joe Bloggs, choose your avatar, and you can choose hair, clothes, etc. Wardrobe at the moment. So here we go. It starts off with just a simple face, We can change eye colour, change the nose, change their hair. We're not going to do too much of this today. Just give him a little hairstyle to be going on with. Give him some clothes, be a good idea. There we go, and we can press OK. Some of the children like it to look like them. Some of the children just want to make an alien, so that's fine. And there we go. So that picture will always be there, and also when they log in and out at the bottom, if they've been on the computer before, it'll have their avatar. Down the right hand side, this is always useful. So if there's anything happening at the time, anything festive, we can see Christmas here. Purple Mash are really good at updating these things. If they've got new features that they've added to the software, they put them here. Diwali, Children in Need, Road Safety Week, Anti-Bullying Week. So these are all things happening at the moment. So they're really good at updating those. And then the main part of the page is a place where the children can either be directed towards tasks, or if they're choosing, they can choose what they'd like to do within a certain subject. So in the tools, this will take us to every part of Purple Mash. It's just split into its own categories. English and maths at the top, and as you go down, you've got more creative things. This is one we use quite a lot to do our coding. So for a lot of the year, instead of doing Scratch, we've moved to doing coding in Purple Mash. So the children really enjoy it, and the activities are really fun. And again, when they're saving the work, they can save it. It saves to Purple Mash, which means they can log in and pick up the work anywhere that they like, rather than having to use Scratch where they save to the actual computer and then they always have to have that computer. Okay, so we've got coding, we've got the creative art and design, which we use quite a lot, especially with the younger children. Music, more creative stuff there, and knowledge and understanding. So within all of these icons, there's other subcategories in all of them. So there's loads to do, and we'll go into these in other lessons. Back to the home page. And I think that just about covers it for the screen that the children see when they log on and some of the basic features of Purple Mash.